Ramily, Ramily, Ramily. What's up? How you doing? Welcome back in Ramsaholic. Um, I'm gonna start this series called the LA Rams roster overview. Pretty much each position group will have its own episode. This episode here, we're gonna talk about the QB room. Um, talk about the main guys at least, because there's three main guys I think will make the final roster. One guy won't. So maybe give him a quick mention. But anyways, everyone, make sure to like, subscribe, share, tune in, and let's get right into it. So the Rams have a pretty solid QB room, and it's not every year we go into the season talking about that. Last year, backing up Stafford was Brett Ripon. We all know how that went. So what did the Rams do this offseason? They got Jimmy Garoppolo. Good news also is our rookie from last year who had to leave the team for personal reasons, Stetson Bennett, is now back with the Rams. Looks like he's going to be committed. We will see. But as of now, he will be the QB3. But with a guy like Jimmy Garoppolo as your backup quarterback at 32 years old, you're getting a guy who's won 2 Super Bowls as a backup and has played in a Super Bowl as a starter with our division foes, the San Francisco 49ers. Now, Jimmy Garoppolo is not close to being one of the best quarterbacks, but there was a time and point where he was the highest paid quarterback. And there was a point in time where he was looked at as the next Brady, learned under Brady, had a phenomenal win percentage in San Francisco. But he went to the Raiders, and overall, injuries really derailed what could have been for Jimmy Garoppolo. The 49ers ended up drafting Trey Lance. Then they got Brock Purdy. So Garoppolo really is looking to find a place that he could come in, be a solid backup on a good team, and a team that really has shown to showcase veteran quarterbacks. If there comes a time where they do have to step in, Baker Mayfield, Carson Wentz, veterans who are now signed to new teams in Tampa Bay and Kansas City. I think Garoppolo, if given the opportunity, we clinch the division early, we clinch a playoff spot early, he could come in, showcase what he has. This is a perfect offense, perfect system for the quarterback. And to have Jimmy Garoppolo there in case Stafford is hurt is crucial, because the Rams are not playing to retool. This is the reload season. This is the real start of the next window for the Super Bowl. So if Stafford's out, we need someone that we could throw in there and trust. And Jimmy Garoppolo definitely fits that bill. The Rams are building this team to run the ball with the offensive line, taking Corum in the second round. Third round, sorry. It's really looking like the Rams want to run. But you know what? It's Sean McVay, so they will always throw the ball. And Garoppolo will be a nice fill-in, but hopefully that time never comes, because as we all know, Matthew Stafford is one of the best in the game right now. Now, Stetson Bennett, a little bit older for a second-year quarterback, 26 years old, played at Georgia, got himself some national championships. Not really sure exactly what happened with him last year. Don't want to speculate on it. But hopefully everything that did happen is past him. He's back. He's ready. This could be his last chance. A guy like Sean McVay, the fact that he's letting him back on the roster shows that he really likes this kid. And in his first preseason game last year, he did throw a touchdown to Puka Nacua. He showed some signs, and then he had some rough stretches after that first game. Really hit that Ricky wall in the preseason. He's a little bit on the smaller side, but he's a third string quarterback for us. Is he going to be the future starter? I really doubt it. I think he could be a guy that's always going to be a backup. I think he's going to learn a lot right now with two guys who have won Super Bowls in front of him. And that's really all you can ask for as a third string quarterback is to gain knowledge, learn the playbook. You're in a great system. You're going to be throwing to some guys like Tutu Atwell, Ben Skoranek in practice. All is well with Stenson Bennett being the number 3. And then our number 1, quickly I will say Dresser Wynn is the 4, but I don't see him making the roster, so there you go. And the number 1, Matthew Stafford. Top 10 quarterback in the NFL right now. I'd put him in the 7 range if you ask me. If there's a quarterback you want in the clutch, Stafford's the guy. I'd probably say in the clutch, he's only behind Patrick Mahomes. Now, Stafford all time, we're going to talk all time here. In touchdown passes, he's number 11, behind Eli Manning by only 9. Then he's behind Matt Ryan by 24. I think by the end of this season, I feel very confident, if healthy, Matthew Stafford will be number 9 in touchdown passes all time. Pass completions, Matthew Stafford's number 8. Same deal here. He may pass Dan Marino and again be number 9. Aaron Rodgers is still active, who's number 8. So I think end of the season, we're going to see Matthew Stafford crack inside the top 10 in both those categories. And then pass yards, again, consistency here. Matthew Stafford, number 11. Definitely will pass Eli Manning. Needs less than 1,000 to do that, to get into number 10. Aaron Rodgers is active. And to pass Dan Marino, he needs a little over 5,000 passing yards. So he will get there. I just don't see it happening this year. But by end of the season, Matthew Stafford will be top 10 in yards, completions, and passing touchdowns all time. Hall of Famer, right? Give the man his flowers. And he has a Super Bowl ring already with another one to come. I feel absolutely confident in this Rams team and in this Rams QB room. Matthew Stafford is 36. But with the way we built this offensive line, I really see Stafford giving us another 3 yards. He wants to get more guaranteed money. He wants to play here. You heard his wife, Kelly Stafford, say he has to get another ring, right? And that has to happen if your wife's telling you. She's not telling him to retire. Now, what would make it easier? If Aaron Donald decides to join this great team at the end of the year and we just run through the league. But if it does not happen, I have the utmost confidence that this Rams team can win the Super Bowl this year and contend next year and win again, right? So one of these 2 years, I feel the Rams will win. Anything can happen. It's football. But they really built this defense. They built this offensive line. They're giving Stafford a solid run game now. Probably the best duo outside of Detroit at running back. Cooper Kupp, Puka Nacua, Demarcus Robinson's going to go into the season knowing he's the number 3 now. Davis Allen, Tutu Atwell, and Parkinson at tight end. 2 tight ends right there who should have good seasons. I feel real confident that Stafford could have 40 touchdowns this year. But I'm going to be... That's the ceiling. I think the floor is probably 30. So we could go in between that. I think he'll end with 35 touchdowns, right? I'm happy with that. Keeps the interceptions down. Passing yards over 4,000. And a Pro Bowl nod. And a first place seed in the NFC. That's the goal. And the accomplishment is overall to get the Super Bowl ring. But Ramily, this is just episode 1 of the LA Rams roster overview. I will be doing these videos weekly with different position groups. So thank you for tuning in. As always, take care of yourself. Take care of your loved ones. I'm your boy Ramsaholic. And you make sure to subscribe.